What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the end of Game Week 20 stream, going into Game Week 21. The Arsenal game is literally just finished. They've won 3-2. Sanchez, premium midfielder. Hazard replacement, just scored 2 goals. Surely he's just looking for a move in January. How are we all tonight? I scored okay. I got a score which on any other given week you'd usually be happy with, but this week it doesn't seem great. 77 for me. When will auto subs activate? Patience. Later on this evening. Gotta do the bonus points first, then auto subs, then rank, etc, etc. Ryan is still planning on getting Kane in Game Week 28 after 2 hat-tricks. When is the next scout cast? It's already been asked twice already. I don't know. Next Tuesday, I assume. You scored 79 and you got rid of Kane. This was bad for me. Like, obviously, 77 is okay, but when I look at everyone else's scores, it seems poor. I've got Hazard and Mead to come on for Christensen and Austin. That'll give me the 77. Just Pogba's letting me down. Brought in Jones. Wasn't good. Even after saying that Man United hadn't kept many clean sheets, Valencia and Smalling out. I really didn't want to go. Didn't really want to go for Jones, and then I just did it anyway. I should have probably got Kenny. Would have saved some money. I need to take some money out of my defence, really. I'm struggling to get money to upgrade elsewhere. Yeah, I can imagine the pain for those that didn't have Kane. Some of them did really well, though. To be honest, if you got rid of Kane for Firmino or something and used the money elsewhere to upgrade, and you captain maybe... Because remember, a lot of people didn't captain Kane in the first week. Do you know what I mean? If you captain Sterling or Salah, you've not missed out on a lot of points, to be honest. It's not as bad as it looks on paper, I don't think. Alonso scoring again, yeah. Looked dangerous against Southampton. Am I planning to take out Kane for a free transfer this game? Well, we're going to talk about that. We have 5 polls. 5 polls. Top left hand corner, click the little eye, you can vote on them. One of them is, what are you doing with Kane? Because a lot of people are discussing about whether to take him out just for 1 week and then put him back. Some people are just going to bench him. We've also got Game Week 20 score, Game Week 21 captain. I know a lot of people are going to want to brag about their scores this week. How many double Game Week players for 22? The best Spurs mid for 22. I know we're 1 game week away from that, but there's not very much of a turnaround. So we want to talk about it tonight, I think. Is Granville a Scoutcast Outcast? Nope. He's always available. Sorry, he's always more than welcome, more than I am. No worries about that. What was I checking? Oh, I see buffering. Is it buffering for you guys? Maybe that's just me. What did I want to check? I just brought up the stream. I put the stream up for some reason. I can't remember what it was. Oh, yes. The chat. Proper chat. Yeah, just my end, I think. Excuse-moi. Let me just get this sorted. Granville will definitely be on the next Scoutcast. He got a great week. Son, Lingard all smashed it. So frustrating seeing Lingard doing so well when Pogba's not. It was a poor transfer on my part. He's going to be gone, Pogba, for me. Not this week, but... yeah, I think he's gone. The week after. As did well as well, yeah. My current plan is horrible. It's Austin out for Quaynor this week. Imagine lining up with Quaynor and Calvert-Lewin as your two 2 strikers. I know it's awful. I'd love Firmino, but I don't have a good way of getting him in without spending points hits this week. So Austin to Quaynor. That will then be my new bench fodder going forward. And then after the double game week, I'm going to have to keep Calvert-Lewin for 2 more weeks, which is not good, I don't think. Bournemouth and Man United, I just don't see him getting much in either. And then after that, I'm going to probably take hits to get rid of him. And just fully, I don't know, change my team up a bit. I feel points hits coming for me because, I don't know, I feel like my team's not that bad, but it's not doing very well. I think Pogba was a poor pick. Taking Morata out was where it started. I should have kept Morata. If I hadn't made any transfers and kept Morata and Loftus-Cheek, then I'd be looking good. So it's not that I haven't tried to take any action, it's I've taken the wrong action, just made some very bad decisions. How much profit do I have tied up in Kane? 0.2 million. So if I sell him and buy him back, it'll cost me 0.2. Lingard this week, so well, not jammy. Like he's a good choice because when he plays, he's playing as number 10. He's getting forward, but yeah, it's a bit jammy for him to come on. But that's the way it happens sometimes. In general, he's a good pick. Have I considered Hazard and Austin to Son and Firmino? I've considered a lot. I've considered quite a few different options with Hazard, but I'm keeping him for this week, I think. I don't know whether to go big on the double game week or not, actually. I've obviously already got Kane. I don't think I'm going to go for a West Ham defender. I don't think so. I want Son. I think I want an Arnautovic as well. Is Sanchez back? Sanchez still so much money. How much do I think Oh god, another name I have to learn now. How did the FFS special guest did? He took out Kane. Do you know what? I think he beat me this week. He was beating me earlier on. He got 75, so only 2. I was only 2 points ahead of him with Kane captain. He's got Alonso, so he's got a decent squad. And this week he doesn't need Kane, so I don't know if he's that much down really. I mean, he probably is a bit. You just finished some shepherd's pie. That is very interesting info. I love good shepherd's pie. Okay, he is Turkish. His name is pronounced like Cenk Tosun. Tosun? Cenk Tosun. Okay. I'm going to take your word for that. I know absolutely nothing about that guy. I'm not even going to pretend otherwise. Never even heard of the guy until today. How much do I think he'll be priced at? 7? 6.5, 7. It depends whether they think he's going to go straight in the first team. I assume he is. Maybe 7.5. I don't know what his goal scoring is like. What rank am I? Let's have a look. Oh, Fozzie was in IKEA all day. Unlucky. So I'm ranked 77k. I've dropped 8k in rank already. I've got 4 points to come on. The average has probably gone up about 3 to 4 points tonight. So I'm probably going to end around 80k, I'd say. Not good. Oh yeah, Dembele from Celtic. At Brighton, maybe. Yeah, that'd be interesting if he's 6.5 million. Tottenham will play twice in game week 22, not in 21. You're ranked 100k doing better. I'm doing okay, honestly. Well, it depends how you look at it. Versus last year, I'm doing way better. I don't think I was around the million mark right now this time last year, but I was in the hundreds of thousands. And this year there's more players as well, and I'm a lower rank, so I'm doing better. I'm just not getting anywhere, and it's a bit frustrating. So I'm hoping I can have a similar run to last year, but I don't know. Who signed Tosun? Everton. Is Walcott really an option? Oh, do you know what? I love Walcott. It depends where he's going to play. Will he play up front? I don't know. I know it sounds really cliche, but a bit of pace and attack could be good. I mean, Shane Long's got a bit of pace. Not quite Walcott. But the problem is Shane Long can't score goals. You need Azpilicueta in my team. Azpilicueta is not coming anywhere near my team. There's no denying that guy is a great asset. But when I can pay 0.2 more million and just get Alonso, that's what I would do, I think. Departure from Huddersfield. I mean, he should start this week. There you go, no Kane in the last... I mean, not having Kane, it's always... This always happens every year. Someone... Like last year's winner didn't have any Liverpool players at all year. And he won the whole thing. At one point, Liverpool players were almost like essential. At least for the amount of scoring they were doing. There's always different ways to do well in FPL. Just sometimes, like obviously when you take Kane out, it is hard to make sure you get the exact right players. But if you get it, you nailed it. Yeah, I saw Sam on 115 points. Insane. Everyone's doing well. I got smashed this week. I feel really unlucky with Christensen as well. It's not like he got dropped. He was ill. I mean, that would have been a clean sheet. Maybe some bonus. Probably not with the amount, the fact that Azpilicueta got an assist and Alonso got a goal, but still. Oh, Granville absolutely on the Scoutcast this week, yeah. Hazard out for Son and then Pogba to Coutinho seems decent. Coutinho looks amazing right now. The only thing is, and maybe I'm just clutching at straws because I'm behind on Liverpool players. But after Leicester, it's Burnley away. I know Kane scored a hat-trick. I know that happened, but I still don't like loading up on players against Burnley away. Then it's Man City at home. I'm guessing there's going to be goals in that one. And I suppose then it is away games against Swansea and Huddersfield. So they're okay, but it is 3 away games and Man City at home in the next 4. Then it's Spurs at home. So Liverpool don't have amazing fixtures, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Liverpool aren't going to score goals. They're looking so good. It just depends whether Coutinho is off. If he's not, then I definitely want him in my team, I think. And that's one of the reasons that... what am I saying? That Hazard's just got to go, I think. I don't think that this week's the right week to take him out. He'll probably go and brace against Arsenal, but even with the fixtures to come, he's so much money and so many other players are performing well for less money. I think I've got to get rid of him. Next Scoutcast. I should put that on the screen somewhere. Probably next week. Christmas in the new house was good. A week before Christmas, we actually had a pipe leak. I can't remember if I spoke about it on any of the streams recently. Yeah, less than 3 weeks after moving in, one of the pipes burst. And we basically got water stains all over our walls downstairs. Well, not all over downstairs, but it's very annoying when you've only just moved into a brand new house. So that was fun on Sunday morning, the week before Christmas. Hazard is amazing, but he's too unselfish. Yeah, I completely agree. I think some of it's unselfishness. I don't think he's got that killer eye for goal. There's so many times when other players... I don't want to compare him to Ronaldo or Messi because he's not at that level. And I know it always gets spoken about, but I just don't think he's ever going to be at that level. He's obviously still a very good player. Those players are elite and even higher, but he sometimes gets into a position where they would just shoot and they would get it in, get it on target, whatever, and he's just always seems a bit worried about shooting. Like he has to set up a player instead. And I know he's spoken about that and said that he wants to score more goals, but maybe it's maybe it's a mentality thing where he's got to get into that kind of mindset to score goals. So Hazard is so frustrating to watch as a Obviously, he's a great player. From a non-FPL point of view, it's great watching Hazard play. But from an FPL point of view, he gets into the box and then just passes too often. And obviously, there's not always a shooting opportunity every time. But more often than not, I think he just passes too often. Still no long. I know. I've got a day off tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it then. I at least thought about putting Shane Long up today. That's more than I've done recently. Oh, triple captain on Kane. Oh, do you know what? I wonder if we'll get to stream before the next game week. I should have put that as a poll. I think I'm going to triple captain him. Yes. Just before we come on to that, hang on a sec. Yeah, so like over the last 4 game weeks, Hazard's had the most penalty area touches. So out of all midfielders, he's touched the ball the most in the penalty area. Yeah, he's only had three shots on target and only 6 shots in the box. Like, it's rubbish. Luke Brady with a 5 Australian. I was going to try to do an Australian accent and I couldn't. Thanks very much, Luke. My little boy actually for his school play had to do an Australian accent. Should have recorded it, it was great. Love the consistency, even during the move you did what you could to get a video stream out, I appreciate it. No problem. Hopefully, I must admit, from just playing FPL, I love the Christmas period and how quickly the game weeks come around. But doing YouTube and stuff over Christmas is a nightmare. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do between Game Week 21 and 22, because it's like less than a day between game weeks. Oh, excuse me. My missus is saying I should do a New Year's Eve stream. But the problem is the game week's already started at that point. Oh no, it hasn't, has it? No, the game week is the next day. Maybe. Yeah, we can talk about triple captain Kane. So I think it's a similar situation to last year with Aguero. When I went Aguero earlier. I should have waited. Obviously, those that triple captain Kane did really well out of it. The difference is this year is Kane is in form. Now, Aguero was looking okay last year. Most of it, though, was because of the fixtures. But Kane, obviously, he's just scored 6 goals in 2 games. He's got 2 very favourable fixtures. West Ham, who we kind of thought had shored things up, have done anything but that now. They're conceding goals from everywhere. And it's not just Kane that's looking okay, it's Spurs in general. Ali's been completely out of form. Even he's started to look a bit better now. Son looks in great form. Eriksen, not too sure about Eriksen. But yeah, in general, I think Spurs look better. Dyer was good again. So I think I have to. I think I have to triple captain Kane because I don't know if I'm going to get another better chance, basically. And one thing I did last year was try not to big up the triple captain too much in my head, that it was this thing that I absolutely had to nail. At the end of the day, it's just one captain. It's just one set of points. If it goes wrong, if there's a better option in the double game weeks later on, I can still captain that player. I'm only going to miss out on... 25 points is probably the maximum you're going to miss out on. Unless you captain the wrong player in the double. Let's say, I don't know, it's Salah and Kane in the double. One of them blanks twice. You know, the other one does really well. And you miss the triple captain this week, then maybe more than 25 points. But generally, I'm just going to go for it, I think. Kane is not all that. 2 amazing weeks doesn't make you a Messi. What about 52 amazing weeks? Ali was unbelievable last game. Your man of the match despite Kane's hat-trick. I mean, to be fair, Son was great as well. I love Kane. I love Son as well. Son was one of the keys to my last season's end of season 4. What chip do I value the most? Probably... I mean, the free hit is probably the most versatile one. because it can help you out in certain game weeks, whereas the triple captain, you're using it when a game week's already good. Yeah, wildcard's the best chip, I suppose, yeah. But if we discount wildcard, because I don't think generally when people talk about chips they're talking about wildcards, it has to be the free hit. You're a Man United fan. I want to get Lingard in for Pogba, but I'm afraid he could be dropped at any moment. Yeah, I mean, there's always that worry about Lingard because of his price. He's not he didn't start the season as a first teamer. But to be honest, Mkhitaryan's been dropped, and he was the one that was playing number 10, which is where Lingard's playing. So he doesn't really have anyone hugely to compete with. Obviously, he could play Ibrahimovic, but that was a failed experiment. I don't see him doing that too many more times. And maybe Lingard needed a rest, so I just think Lingard looks like a great pick for his price. You know, Mata's a weird one, because Mata should be able to play 10, and he has done loads of times in the past for Chelsea and whatnot. But Mourinho plays him on the right. And then either he misses out and Rashford and Martial play, or Martial and Rashford compete for the left side. So Lingard just doesn't seem like too much of a risk right now. And if he does get taken out, he's not spent too much of your budget. You can get rid of him. Just because Ali gets a 15-point haul doesn't mean he's in form. No, but I think he looked better than he had been. I mean, it was Southampton, granted. They weren't fantastic. Lingard over Pogba. Yeah, if I could choose again, obviously I would go Lingard. Hazard is playing really well. And the thing is, no one, I don't think, is disputing that Hazard will continue to score points. But he has to score them more consistently for that kind of price. There's just too many other players for less money doing better. A part of me wants to captain Hazard, but I know I should captain Salah. I can't keep not captaining Salah when the guy just has so many chances and continues to put them away. I mean, you just look at his point scoring, it's insane. But a part of me wants to be brave. I don't know if it is brave, to be honest. You can almost say it's stupid. And captain Hazard. I mean, Hazard's already enough of a differential. I'll show you my team for this week. De Bruyne looks essential from game week 22. Depends if Silva or Sterling get back in. Silva or Sané start getting back in the points. Because De Bruyne is still quite expensive. That pass though for Sterling's goal, so good. So that is yeah, I've got it on Salah right now. The thing with Salah is he's going to be the most captain player, and his ownership is insane. So I think the reason I want to go Hazard is because if he beats Salah, that's a good rank boost. The problem is if he blanks again and Salah inevitably gets the points that he will get, that's a big rank drop. So, and last year I played it pretty safe with captains, and I don't know this far out with, you know, another 17 game weeks to go if I'm too concerned about playing too different. Of course, there's transfers I'd like to make. If I had a wild card, my team would be a bit different. But yeah, right now I think I'm going to captain Salah. You have to take risks with captains. I don't think you do, you know. Just out of curiosity, how did I get on the Scoutcast? That's a good question. The bigger question is, how the hell have I stayed on it? May need to take a risk. Not getting trickery or nah. Lads, next Scoutcast, next week, hopefully. I think that's the #1 question on everyone's mind. Don't forget, by the way, if you haven't already, hit the old like button and vote on the polls. We'll be doing them in probably another half an hour or so. Top right hand corner, click the little eye. Yeah, let's talk about Austin and my horrible team. I'll tell you now, I'm very unsure about what to do. Not unsure, but let's have a look. So this is my team right now. I think Calvert-Lewin up front is... I'm still ruined not keeping Morata. It's a bit annoying, but Pogba's just not done the business. Anyway, let's not rue the Morata thing too much. It's done now. It's boring. Austin to Firmino, right? Okay, so that's the one everyone's going to suggest. Fair enough. He's in fantastic form. Second highest striker. Take some hits. I've taken 3 lots of hits already. Because getting Morata back in would take 3 transfers. So I basically have to make 2.2 million. So I can't do Pogba to Lingard, otherwise that would be seriously tempting. I have to take a -8 to do that. Which I could do. But I don't think... Is it worth it? Maybe it is. Maybe it is worth it. Maybe I should just take a -8 and be done with it. Not interested in Gross, I don't think. So I'm trying to keep up with the chat now. It's on the other screen. Gross is 5.9 anyway. Yeah, not really interested in him. -8. Have Lingard, Firmino, and... Who would I drop though? I'd have to drop... Firmino, 8.9 million now though. So frustrating. The thing is, I don't know if I want... Back to Loftus-Cheek. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. I just don't really want to get rid of Pogba this week. It's Southampton and Stoke in the next 3 games. But he has been awful. Yeah, I should get rid of him, shouldn't I? Hazard stays this week. Hazard stays. Yeah, Coutinho... the problem with Coutinho is you don't bring him in this week, because... So I could just do that. Coutinho and Quaynard in. But I'm not bringing Coutinho in this week. There's a chance he gets benched. Am I happy with the keeper situation? No, not hugely, but I think it might get better now. Yeah, I mean, that is another option, is get rid of Kane and work out a how to get him back move. But I only have one what am I trying to say? I only have Kane right now, so if I take him out as part of a hit, it doesn't have to be a hit to be fair. But when I bring him back, I'm probably only going to get a maximum of 3 double game week players then for a hit. Yeah, that is the other option. I could just save a transfer. That's the annoying thing about this week. Could save a transfer. Could do hits. Could just make 1. But I don't think I'm going to do Kane out. My kind of thinking, if I wanted to stay 3-5-2, is Quaynard in. I don't even know if I'd play him this week. Which makes me straight, because I could just play me against Huddersfield. Wilson does tempt me. Yeah, I said that. I said it on Twitter actually, because a lot of people were looking for. They're basically looking for strikers. Who are they trying to replace? Austin, obviously, yeah. And I said I think I prefer Wilson to Depotre. It's pronounced Quarner. 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 Is it? Damn. Which players do you need for the double game week? So Kane, for sure. I like Son. And I think Son's good value as well. He's a bit easier to fit in. No, I can't get De Bruyne. I mean, he's got Burnley at home, so is that going to be a big score? Probably not. I mean, I'm playing double Burnley defence right now. I'm gotta be honest, I'm tempted just to save and go Pogba, Hazard, Pogba and Hazard out for like Son and Ali maybe, and then Richarlison to Arnautovic. And then Ali or Ericsson, whoever I get in, would go or would become, I don't know, Coutinho or whoever in the following weeks. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not disagreeing with any of you that Coutinho looks amazing. Can I even afford this? Oh, definitely not taking Sterling out. That's crazy talk. Something like that. You don't think losing Richarlison for Arnautovic is the best long term? I don't know how risky it is, really. I still think Richarlison's good value. Fixtures are okay. Yeah, still stuck with Austin, you're right. Austin is a problem for me. Yeah, that's the good thing about Arnautovic. Good fixtures after the double, whereas... oh, sorry, you can't see my... There you go, you can see the money in the bank now. He has good fixtures afterwards. Richarlison's the new Tadic. I think that's harsh still. If West Ham or Spurs didn't have a double game, would people still be getting their players in? Probably not, no. But they do have a double game week, so that's the point, really. I told you Richarlison would go downhill once he got card. I don't know if it's as simple as that. But I think he's done... He's not done enough to make me like super attached to him. Always somebody you can get back as well. Need to save 1.1 million somewhere. Calvert-Lewin out. Oh yeah, Calvert-Lewin should go. Yeah, I think the reason I was thinking of doing Austin to Quaynor is eventually Calvert-Lewin would be the one to get rid of. But I still need some money from somewhere there. Adam Lamb with a £5 donation, thank you very much. You got silver in for Richarlison -4 before this game. Keep or ship now. If your squad's looking okay, you could keep and then ship him next week. He might be back. Atsu looked really good when he came on. I mean, Adam, didn't you smash it again this week? You need to be telling me what to do, mate. But yeah, I think you just keep silver for now. Let's see what the news is. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Big Sam said Calvert-Lewin looked fatigued. That would be annoying. How's it going, Big Ricey? You don't think Son will start both games? Yeah, of course. It's a bit of a worry. The thing with Son is, because of his price, I'd be happy enough to keep him for a little bit afterwards. Even though Spurs don't have the greatest fixtures. Richarlison to Atsu. Az is the highest Scoutcaster right now. No one ever talks about Dakura Racing is better than Richarlison. I think most people have already got Richarlison, and that's just a swap they're never going to make. Loris will start, yeah, of course. Do I think Smalling starts next game? We'll have to wait. I haven't heard any news about Smalling. What's my Snapchat? I uninstalled Snapchat. I couldn't get on with it. Too much hassle. Do we really go back to Loftus-Cheek? Do we really do that? Basically, if I get Firmino in now, I'm realistically only having 3 players for the double game week. And maybe that's better. Do we still think Firmino's worth getting in? Leicester, Burnley, Man City. Bearing in mind, he scored 4 goals from 5 shots on target. Like, is that really sustainable? Or am I just clutching at straws because I can't really afford him? 5 shots on target, 4 goals. Can you not just be patient for a week? I'm just talking through my thoughts. People are asking, I'm talking through them. I think I'm going to wait. I think I'm not going to bring Kane in, and I'm going to hope that Pope and me keep a clean sheet. Morata, Hokey Cokey. Yeah, that's a good point. Sort out the Austin situation and double. The thing is, if I keep Austin this week, I'm going to keep him next week as well, because I'm not going to want to get another striker. Do you know what I mean? When I'm not going to want to bring in Arnautovic, for example. Let me just check something here. Let me just check something here. Oh, nowhere near. Even if this guy becomes Quainer. Oh, Pogba. What have you done to me? Oh, hang on. Charlton would stay. Nah, too I was thinking I could do Kane to Morata, and then someone on Arnautovic in for Hazard and Pogba and upgrade, get Kane back in, but I'm 0.4 million off of it. Oh, turn your mic back on. Anyway, what other questions we got? We talked about my team a lot. Nothing worse than finally finding a set of transfers you love and then being 0.1, 0.2 away. It always happens. I basically put myself in a horrible situation with Austin, and kind of told myself that I could play Calvert-Lewin more than I want to. Yeah, I mean, Spurs defender looks good. 2 clean sheets, quite likely, I think. You know, I'm not going to get them because I don't have the right players, transfers to do it, really. No one's talking about Sanchez. They've kind of mentioned him a little bit, but he's just so expensive, isn't he? There's so many other midfielders that are doing well. I don't think the Morata and Kane hokey is crazy. I don't know. If you've got absolutely nothing else to do and you've got 2 free transfers, then sure, go for it. But you're using 2 transfers just to still have Kane next week. Hey Andy, I want to get Alonso and Otamendi. But need to either do Pogba to Lingard or Hazard to Coutinho or dump Sané. Well, Sané is getting benched quite a bit recently. I just think with Man City's transfers though, would I want to get rid of him? Not sure about that. Pogba to Lingard seems the best out of those. Hazard to Coutinho is probably also worthwhile longer term, but Pogba to Lingard seems the obvious one to me. Crazy how many people bought in Kane for the blank. Yeah, they saw a hat-trick and went for it. Don't forget to vote on the polls if you haven't already. Top right corner, click the little eye. We'll go through in about 10 minutes. And if you haven't already, click that like button. We're nearly at 100. Always appreciated. No, I'm not considering Sanchez in the slightest, to be honest. I'm not going to get him this week. He required too many transfers. Then it's a double game week. You need to change your YouTube bio now you've reached 5k subs. You're not going to want to wait till you hit 10k. What do you mean, for the little ticks? I'm always surprised when people mention that. I didn't even think people read that bit. Pope to Adrian there, that could work. It's definitely possible to save my transfer, yeah. Austin to Firmino next week, get Arnie and Ali in. Pope to Lloris. Not sure. I don't know about getting Lloris in. He's never going to want to make another transfer to get rid of him, and I don't know if he's got the fixtures to keep long term. Yeah, again, I'm not against getting Hazard out. I just don't think this is the week to do it. Yeah, Firmino instead of Morata would solve the problem, yeah. Would really solve my problem, in fact. And I could almost afford Alonso. Ooh, now we're talking. Yeah, I know. Hazard's fixtures are great. I know. They've also been great, just gone. Like, if he does something amazing against Stoke, then maybe we'll rethink him out, but don't think it's going to happen. The truth is, we're not going to get to do a scout cast before the double game week, are we? That's a shame. In fact, there's not going to be one for 2 weeks. I don't think the scout cast will be next week. It'll be the week after. Alonso is a must from now until the end of the season. I don't know, 7.1 million. I know you're having a blinding season though, David, so your advice is definitely welcome. The thing is that we looked at Alonso last week. We were talking about on stream. I think getting Quanar in actually, and doing small into Alonso. Just didn't do it. Go for who you think will score the most points. Reece, Salah, and has the captain. Yeah, of course. That is always the decision. But gotta have a bit of fear. Oh, you got Alonso 4 weeks ago. Fair play. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I tweeted about Alonso centre forward. Like, the amount of times it was really weird in that match. Actually, I think it was Southampton. The amount of times he was always played as a number 9. What a guy! What a guy! Right, where's that chat gone? Jeff Holt with a £2 donation. Thank you very much, Jeff. Best wishes for the new year. Thanks for your advice. Have a great new year. We're actually very close to a 1-year anniversary for the stream. 1 year since my first stream. And now we've done at least 75 since. It's not bad going. But yeah, thanks very much for that, Jeff. Hopefully you have a few green arrows over the new year. Since you got David De Gea and United hasn't kept a single clean sheet yet, we've been poor recently. Is Christensen going to play against Stoke? I blooming well hope so. That's all I'll say on the matter. I remember the first stream well, you didn't say much. I know, I always say to people, like, as bad as you probably think these streams are, you gotta go back and watch the first one. That was real bad. Real bad. I wonder how many people have been around for every stream. I'm not going to start naming them because I know some people have, but I don't want to miss people that have and I've missed them. That wouldn't be very nice. Christensen's train today. So did Louise, right? You're only as good as your last stream. I like that. Yeah, the first one, I actually, that stream came out, it was like, I can't remember if it was on the 30th that the video went live, but I can't remember if I went live before midnight and it went over, or I started streaming like 1 AM. I really wanted to, I wanted to stream a game, basically. I wanted to do game streaming. And, sorry. And basically, I couldn't think of. It's either I couldn't think of a game, or my computer wouldn't run it properly. So I was like, I kind of want to stream. I'm bored. Like, Mrs. had already gone to bed. I was up quite late. I was like, I want to stream something. So I thought I'd just stream and chat about FPL a little bit. I remember Mark joined the first one in the chat. I think we had about 50 people, which isn't bad for a first stream. About 50 people watching. Good times. David Luiz train, but not the whole session. We'll take a few. Okay. Yeah, I mean, a good few weeks is great at this time of the year if Christensen's going to play, because obviously the game weeks come really quick. Wasn't I called FPL HDMI cable once? I was, yeah. That was just like tongue-in-cheek joke at everyone that has like FPL and then a name after their name on Twitter. You just bought Kenny in, great bargain. Fair play. Kenny looks like a great bargain indeed. Doesn't look like Coleman's going to be back anytime soon. Start Elliott. Ooh, you reckon? I don't know. Brighton not got much going forward, I suppose, but I think I want to back Burnley. I know it's away. How's it going, Salah? Worth playing your free hit to bring in 6 West Ham Spurs players. It depends. It depends if you think that's the right way to play it. I mean, personally, I'm holding the free hit for a blank game week and hoping that the players we want to keep long term are ones that are blanking, in which case I can completely change my team to players I have no interest in usually having in my squad apart from that 1 week. But it might not work out like that though. This is kind of the first year we've got the free hit, so I'm still trying to work out what the best way to do it is. Some people have had some really good weeks playing it outside of a blank. I kind of eyed it up as a blank as soon as I saw it. A blank chip as soon as I saw it, so I'm kind of sticking with that. I mean, bringing in 6 West Ham Spurs players isn't the worst thing, especially if you don't want them afterwards. How did I have 50 viewers in the first stream? I don't know, I just put a stream up. I plugged it on Fantasy Football Scout, plugged it on Twitter, and on came the viewers. Actually, the legend, Shane Long, sellotape on the chat, oh yeah. The giveaway that never happened, oh, nightmare. Yeah, maybe I could sort that out by the end of the season. I'm still not going to say it, because I've still got part of what it would be. Yeah, I took a 16-point hit in the blank game week. You dropped from 1k to 60k. Oh, wow, that is some drop. Unlucky, Salah. Hey, but look, if you can drop that much, you can go up that much. Ish. I mean, yeah, it's actually probably quite hard to go from 60 to 1k in 2 weeks, but you can do it by the end of the season. Thoughts on Fortnite? I'm useless. I basically played 1 game last night. I killed someone. I came 14th. Not good. I'm not going to read out that last comment, but it did make me laugh. Swap me for Duffy. Yeah, I might do that before I start, just to spread some risk. You hope that I reach 30,000 subs in 2018. That'll be pushing it. I mean, look how FPL Tips has been going a lot longer than I have. I mean, even they're only, not only, but they're on like, are they close to 50k now? I think 30k for me is probably pushing it a bit. What are FPL Tips on? I wish I could do graphics like FPL Tips. 44k. Last week's blank game was the ideal scenario for a free hit. Yeah, it would have been, but it might not happen like that again. It was West Brom, Everton, it was Bournemouth as well. Josh King, I bought him in, he got a hat-trick. You're ranked 1.5 million, tips to rise. You haven't got Salah. Oh, that's such a killer. Every time Salah gets points, you're basically getting a red arrow almost. I think sometimes, I mean, 1.5 million is quite low, but I think there's sometimes the thought process is that you have to go completely different when you're that low. And I don't think that's necessarily the case. You've got to have some of the obvious picks in there too. Salah would be a good start, although I fair enough if you don't want to bring him in now, he's 10 million plus. So you've got to hope that Coutinho can match it. The problem is, there's a lot of people that got Salah in for 9 million have also got Coutinho as well, so it doesn't really help in that regard. It's not about how long you've done it, it's about the content. Yeah, and again, I think I could improve on that. I've got some ideas, it's just time really. And personally, I like streaming the most, to be honest. I've started a bit of a trend with streaming. Everyone's streaming now. In a year or two, when someone super popular comes in and starts streaming and puts FPL streaming on the map, they'll remember me as the guy that started it all. Get some dancing girls in behind you. I was actually because I've said this before. Yeah, Mark Sutherland does stream, very good at it. He gets to do it off the Premier League platform though. What was I going to say? Yeah, I think I've said this before, but because I started on the 30th, when I decided that I was going to keep doing YouTube, I wanted 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And we are now on... If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We're now on 6836, so we're coming on for 7k now. Which is great, to be honest. 40% have used triple captain, that's good for us that haven't yet, for sure. That's going to go up a lot soon. Yeah, I might do a 2 or 3 person stream at some point. I don't know if my connection... I know I talk about my connection too often, but I don't know if it would hold up with 2 or 3 people. I can do the Scoutcast, but you can't see it. But on my end, they're quite blurry. This song is called Made of Something. Yeah, let me just type quick. Hang it on. If I'd sold Kane, I would really be up, you know what, creek without a paddle. Yeah, you know, I can do it on Hangouts, but that's what the Scoutcast is done on, and they're quite blurry for me when I watch it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to triple captain Kane. I don't see what's going to happen between, apart from an injury. Maybe an injury to Eriksen, Ali or whatever. And I think maybe Spurs aren't going to do it as well. But yeah, I just don't see much changing for me. There's obviously the argument that the Spurs games are very close together. Maybe they'll be tired. Maybe Kane will get a rest, but I don't think so. What's wrong with David Silva? We just don't know. Something bad's obviously happening or happened, and he wants us to respect his privacy, so... You should get special guests on the stream and do some phone calls. I'm not sure about phone calls. Special guests, though, yeah. I know people are always asked for that. I could do it, yeah. I just want to make sure that we're always talking to the chat, because that's obviously why I'm streaming. Like, I'm not like sat here pretending to be the know-all guru for FPL, because I'm far from it. Most of the time, all the good ideas come from the chat, so that's the plan, to keep on chatting to you guys. Yeah, we can do the polls. We'll do them in 1 minute. So last chance to vote, top right hand corner, right here. Click the little eye. There's 5 polls to vote on. Game Week 20 on captain. How many double Game Week players for 22? Best Spursman for Game Week 22. What to do with Kane in Game Week 20 score. Bring Jay on to talk about Kane exit. I mean, I'm sure he'll be on the Scoutcast. Imagine if Kane blanks the first game. Triple captain, there will be chaos. People will go nuts. Alright, let's do the polls. Let's do the polls. Austin, Hazard to Morata and Lingard. I like it. I like it. But just think of the double. Will Son play both games? I suppose he's probably most at risk, but it is such a quick turnaround. But I'm still going to go for Son because I think he's great value. Not many players have done hat-trick of hat-tricks. It'd be great to do like a cool Collymore, but cool Andy instead. Yeah. Okay, polls. Okay, so game week 21 captain. Unsurprisingly, Salah is winning, but not maybe by as much as you might think. So Salah is on 45%. Hazard's on 33%. So quite a few of you apparently are thinking about captaining Hazard. I'm surprised it's that high. I knew obviously Salah wasn't going to be 100%, but that's quite a big difference there. 5% on a Man City attacker, 1% on a different Liverpool attacker to Salah, and 15% apparently doing someone else. Someone else could be Morata, I suppose. How many double game week players for game week 22? So the best is 38% are going with 3, 33% going with 4 or more, 24% going for 2, 2% for 1, and 1% going for none, apparently. Don't think that's going to happen. The best Spurs mid. Wow. 58%. Son. 19% Ali. 14% Ericsson. So Son is miles ahead, 58%. I guess that's because of his price. And they did so well recently. 3% none of the above, apparently. No Spurs midfielders. And 3% going for at least 2 of the above. What to do with Kane? Because obviously we were chatting about the Hokey Cokey earlier. So 75% are keeping. Probably unsurprisingly, most people are keeping. 14% are going for a 1-week punt on Morata. I guess that probably is the best striker this week. 4% Firmino. 3% Aguero and 2% going for a 1-week punt on somebody else, apparently. And then game week 20 score. So 30% of you were 86 to 99, very nicely done. 29%, which is where I fell, 76 to 85. 26% 61 to 75. 8% of you with 100 plus, very nice. That's about, I don't know, 30 odd people who voted. Bit less than that, 100 plus. And 4% of you less than 60. Ouch. Not good at all. But still, could have been worse. I mean, maybe right now you're probably thinking it could have been much worse. But it could have been worse. Not many thinking Morata captain. It's just probably not many people who are watching own him, I'd say. If you captain Salah and he scores, will your rank decrease? Heavily, no. If you own him and he scores well, and you don't captain him, then that's not necessarily great. Because of how much his ownership is. See you later, physio. Thoughts on the Van Dijk transfer? Is he worth the money? I almost feel like, is he worth the money questions these days in football, especially in the Premier League, are just, they're not even worth the discussion. Is he worth 75 million? No. Was Lukaku worth 90 million? No. Or however much he was, 75 to 90 million. No, he wasn't, but there's so much money in the Premier League right now with the TV money. Liverpool kind of desperate for a defender. And so 75 million is what they had to pay, and they're obviously prepared to do it. But is he worth 75? No, of course not. But Is he a good defender? Yes. Is he going to be better than what Liverpool have got? Yes. Do Liverpool still massively need a goalkeeper? Absolutely. I can still play Candyland, it's just not in the playlist I currently use. What will Jay do now, bringing back Kane? Yeah, his plan was always to bring Kane back for the double game week. I mean, I saw some good, I don't know if they're articles or just tweets that basically said, yeah, of course Van Dijk is way too much money, but Liverpool are showing some intent. At least they've got Naby Keita, I think that's how you pronounce it, coming in the summer. Yes, they're probably going to lose Coutinho, but they've got Mane, Salah and Firmino looking good. Mane maybe hasn't looked quite as good this year as he did last year, but I think when Coutinho's out of the team, he's still got a, kind of place to play. An interesting take I read about the Van Dijk move was, would you rather have Lukaku and Lindelof or Salah and Van Dijk? Yeah, fair point. Although Salah's not really Lukaku, is he? They don't really play same position. Yeah, I got 77 this week. I still think the way Liverpool play, Van Dijk's not going to... I don't know if he's just going to suddenly start working miracles, but Liverpool's defensive record this year isn't actually that bad. It's nowhere near as bad as everyone thinks it is. You scored 77 without Kane, fair play. Liverpool might be looking to sign Goretzka. Very nice. Van Dijk will score a lot of goals and only 5.4 million. Yeah, he could be a good pick at some point this season in FPL. Yeah, it must be tough for Mane to have to get benched more often. Hazard is 4 to 6 odds on to score. What's Salah though? I'm bringing Atsu. Nah. Mane looks sad on that bench. Yeah, of course he is. And like Lallana's back as well now. That's going to make it a bit worse maybe. I mean, I suppose Lallana can play a bit deeper. Or from deeper. Jones to Van Dijk. I mean, Man United defence is not looking good right now, but we've still got a couple of nice fixtures in the next 3. Jones is almost like a blocking tactic right now. Yeah, Stoke's defence is looking awful. Morata already scored 1 hat-trick against them. The thing with Hazard is he explodes when you least expect him to. I'm fully expecting to get rid of Hazard and him to get a brace against Arsenal. How's it going, Dale? Good to see you around. Would I captain Morata if I had it? I probably would still captain Salah. Salah rests on the horizon, could come versus Leicester. The thing is, I've thought so many times this season that Salah's on for a rest. And used that as an excuse not to captain him. Who knows when he's going to get rested. Doesn't look like he needs one. He's also... Do you know what I mean? He's coming off in games and he's getting early subs. So he's doing his damage, then getting early sub because Klopp wants to keep playing him. I mean, Salah is their man on the shoulder. The man that sits on kind of the shoulder of the last defender. Creates space with his pace. I mean, there's nothing to say that Hazard's going to get 90 minutes. He barely gets that these days. How's it going, Dylan? Sally to Sun, looks good, yeah. Will Lindelof play the next 2 games? Yeah, he should do. I don't think Valencia's going to be back for them. Keep an eye on the press conferences. He's playing right back right now. Although, actually, let me scratch that because he didn't play right back in the last game. He did play, I believe. Let me just double check that. No, he didn't play. Yeah, sorry, because Young played right back and Shaw played left back. So there's no guarantee Lindelof will play if you're thinking about bringing him in. I don't know if... yeah, Lindelof might play centre-back instead of Rojo, but I don't know if that's a cert. We'll have to see if Smalling's back too. Alonso and Arnautovic or Son and Christensen? Ooh, probably Alonso and Arnautovic, I think, because obviously Alonso's better than Christensen. Arnautovic... Son might do better in the double, but Arnautovic maybe longer term. He's got nice fixtures. Son's going to struggle, I think. He's got... let's have a look. I mean, after the double, it's Everton, Southampton, which are okay, and then Man United, Liverpool, and Arsenal, which I think... I don't know if they're going to struggle in those games, but you'd imagine that amount of FPL points will be reduced. I hope Shaw keeps playing. I don't think there'll ever be a time when I can bring Shaw in and be sure that... excuse the pun, sure that he's going to keep playing. But I'd love to. Yeah, I don't see why... goalkeepers don't need a rest. If Hart's going to get back in, he's back in. He's not going to just play one game. I don't see why Moyes would do that. Right, people, I think we're going to leave it there. Appreciate you all for tuning in, as always. Next stream, let's just say we'll play it by ear right now. I don't know. I don't know when the next stream will be. A part of me wants to try and do one on Saturday night, but there'll be 2 games that won't have played yet. I might just leave it until the new year now. But we will see. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for all the answers. Thanks for all the advice. All the discussion. If you haven't already, make sure to give the stream a like. Be much appreciated. If you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here, as I'm sure some of you are. We're coming on to 7,000 now. We're on 6840. If I don't stream before the new year, I hope you have a really good one. Thanks for everything over the last year. Loads of support. Thanks for everyone that's tuned in, everyone that's liked, everyone that's shared, everyone that's commented, subscribed, sponsored, donated. It's much appreciated. It's been a great year, to be honest. Yeah, growing way more than I thought we were going to. I mean, we're rocking like 300 to 400 people live every stream, which is amazing. So, thanks all. I will try and get a stream if I can before the new year. If not, happy new year. I hope 2018 is great for you. But obviously, I still hope that I get the most FPL points because that's the way it should be. But until next time, I will catch you later. I will try and do some videos over the next few days. Just won't necessarily be streams. I need to make a double game week one, actually. Anyway. See you soon.